Hillary, welcome back. Lobotomy Corporation. On day 42. Yes, not day 45. As I proclaimed we would be because of one thing. Only this goober. Yes, isn't he beautiful? You can't see anything, but let's just get in the game and a few people already go like, oh no, or others go, oh yeah, and others go like, what? Anyway, I'm gonna be part of the what? With a little bit of oh yeah. So bring out your, what's this guy named again? Kool-Aid guy with things and whatever. And yeah. Anyway, you've also mentioned that I've rehired everyone. I've been doing a lot of midnight training because the game kind of gets boring. The only thing I need to worry about is the ordeals. Because 0 meltdowns. We got this thing, which is one of the birds. One of 3 birds, the other ones being Bird of Judgment and Bird of Punishing Bird. Now I don't know much about this, but I've been told chaos emerges when 2 of them are breaching. Because when I was doing the Aleph hunt, that I mean actually getting them in here, I was told that yes, you can do 3 Alephs, or you can do the 3 bird thing. Which means at that point I was also looking to find the bird, and I knew his number, but that was it. He didn't show up, I got a sensor instead. We went on with our merry lives. I found a bird now. So we're gonna do it, because reasons. I've been told I need to get 2 out. This guy escapes whenever he feels like it. So that's gonna be one of them, and I know how to get him out. Again, I'm pointing at the screen, I don't know why. It's not helping. Yeah, I just need to do bad work orders on him, right? When work result was normal, work result was bad, yeah, I just need bad work results. We can do that by just doing depression on him. Zoom with styles because I don't want this guy to die. So basically we're gonna get this cliff off counter to 1. And once Burb escapes, we'll bring it down to 0. In the meantime, we'll work with him so we might be able to figure out what we can do with him. Now I don't know anything about this thing. You knew that because I checked. I just know that he's one of the birds. Yeah, that's it. I don't know how to work with him. I don't know what makes him escape. I don't know what makes him tick. So we're probably going to work on him for a bit, and we'll see what happens. So you don't want insight on him. Looks like we're going to get a wonderful bad result on that bird. Business as usual, so let's... How are you doing? Yeah, you can still use the training. Okay, that was a lot better. Eyes are becoming crazy. Ominous. We got $20. Let's see what you are anyway. Big bird. Black damage. He's cool looking. It's also the guy we saw on that one frame Angelo was talking to us. Nice. We're basically just waiting on Burb to do its thing. I'm not expecting things to just go well first time. I mean, if it's on par with taking out 3 Aleph, then I'm not assuming this is going to be... Oh, that's... Megahertz making noise. I was wondering what the heck was happening. He's at a -8. I think I'll leave him be for now, so we'll just do some other random work. Let's see. What makes you tick? Every time 5 numbers of employees died in the facility, the cliff card increased. However, did not recognize the death of employees who were disposed of as execution bullets. Okay. Cliff card was back, cliff card was reduced. That was good, cliff card increased. Okay. Big Bird escaped from the containment unit, regardless of the tail of counter when the situation became a level 2 emergency. Okay, so wary of the second trumpet. There's a black in the department where escaped Big Bird was at. Employees from a department with a black hat may get enchanted by Big Bird. Okay. I guess we just keep on reading. It seemed the enchanted targets were very safe as they received less damage. However, after a certain amount of time passed, they moved that Big Bird wasn't died from its attack. Okay. Lieutenant police were freed from their trance as soon as they were out of the department area that had a blackout. Okay. Right. Okay, how's Bird doing as far as this cliff of cover? It's still at sea. If it takes too long, I will skip ahead, but don't worry about it. Don't have enough for escape information, so I may as well do attachment. That's also common. Okay. So, instinct or attachment. It's not a bad thing to get. Alright, with a bit of luck on the next one, we'll don't need any more attachment training here. We'll just use instinct again. Come on, Burb. Stop being on 2. I need you out. Very soon. We can also read this. Cliff counter 5. Okay, should get off screen. Thank you. Lamp. It's not bad armor. Alright, story time. Let's make sure the game is paused. I don't want Burb to escape when I'm not paying attention to it. So we're with many eyes wander in dark forest with a lamp that never falls dark. We shall stare intently and then bite the head off of anyone, no matter how young or old it encounters. Well, this is not being, he hates everyone. He's not discriminating anyone. Instead of wings like a regular bird, the creature has long arms with which it can pick stuff up. A small bird that looks like an eyeball always follows the creature around. There's a tale of a beast that lays in deep, dark, empty forest that lures creatures. To protect all creatures from this large beast, Big Bird made a wick with all of its feathers. With that wick, it made a lamp that would burn forever. The eternally lit lamp would wander the forest, warning creatures not to go too deep into the forest. Thanks to the Big Bird, the number of creatures that were attacked decreased, but still the Big Bird felt bad for the creatures that died in the hands of the beast. Big Bird had a thought: if I killed the creatures first, they wouldn't be killed by the monster. After that, rumors flew around that a monster that would bite your head off. It is said that the monster stares victims carefully in order... Okay, that's actually correct that I read that. It still makes... It is said that the monster stares victims carefully in order to see if they are the beast that lures creatures. This tale is from a town in blank area. It's an oldest folktale from the town, and it was told by the town's oldest inhabitants. But there's a general assumption that the tale was told to prevent kids from going to the forest. It is uncertain who started the tale. The tale was not a lie. We found the Big Bird in the forest after all. And afterwards we looked for the beast that lures humans. We looked in every nook and every corner. A month later we concluded there was no such thing as the beast other than the Big Bird. Abnormality is certainly unaware of the concept of death. Abnormalities in this company can be categorized in 2. First, creatures that knows what death is very well and will attack to kill. Second type of creature are aware of the concept of death but does not have ill will in its attack. This abnormality is neither. This creature, death in itself, is salvation. When the creature ripped the head off a lost little girl in the forest, it did not commit murder. It saved the girl from a monster. You can't do anything when the creature has its eyes opened. It stares intently, but it continues to stare immediately. So first we need to put it to sleep. When all the eyes fall asleep, you can start over. It's a good thing I didn't have to pay attention to that. If it was anything like Shylock. I'm sorry you had an eye open, your guy sitting there is dead. Alright, well, we'll keep on working because that's the only way to get Mini Burb out. Oh, good. We're gonna have to chase King of Greed, aren't we? Damn it, slow. This is not the one I wanted to breach. Doesn't that lower his cliff off counter? No, it's rather the mercenary, right? Yeah, final please die, because that was bad. No, that's restoration, no. Well, there's this, yeah. We're not at that point yet. Alright. Oh, we'll play some yakety sax with this guy, I guess. Is everybody out of the hallways? Spud? No, this is not Spud, is it? Flux. Flux, get back. I think that should be everyone. Alright, come on. Wherever you go, you got 4 people that can wail on you. Even if not for too long. I'm not gonna use bullets in case Burb does get out. Probably want to keep him for whatever is to come. Brandy's red, so he's kind of pointless in there. But we'll let him do his thing. I better want to do his red. Ah. At least Ratty is doing some damage. I guess I'm gonna have to cut this fight out. You're not chasing it down. Oh, get back. Get back to your apartments, everyone. Okay, where is she now? Over there. Well, we've got some people out here, don't we? We've got pale, black, white, and a little bit of everything. You'll enjoy your time here quite well, I would say. Took the wrong hall to come do your thing, but okay. We'll have to go through another quote-unquote meltdown. I'm gonna start with the suits if I can. I have a big shortage of. There he goes. Well then, let's get going then, shall we? I don't know what to expect. But it's gonna be probably bad. Okay, you guys move down. Nobody gets in the way of Mini Bird. We don't want him out until the other bird breaches. Remember day 3 or day 7 when we ran away from this guy as well? Such memories. No! Leave him alone! Come on, Styles, get a burb out already. Oh, that's gonna be a normal result, isn't it? Oh, I mean, technically, yeah, you can still breach on that, but... I mean, King Greed had no reason to think you wouldn't do it. Why don't you stay here for now? Just in case it isn't enough. Yeah. Yep. Well, at least he's getting his repression trained. And... Come on, man. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. This guy gets one normal, small chance for a breach. This guy, we're going to be at 3 and he's not going to. Where's Mini Burb? Come on, Burb, breach. For fuck's sake. I don't want to send anybody else in because he's probably going to get killed because of the pale damage. So right now at a minus 12% chance for success. Where's Burb? Mini Burb. Mini Burb's up there. Okay. Well, this one has to be bad, right? Then again, it's still only a high chance, not a guarantee. It's gonna be a normal again. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to have style. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope, nope. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. There we go. Whoa. A long time ago in a warm and dense forest lived 3 happy birds. Big Bird has escaped. Don't want to see you suffer. Bird of Judgment just escaped. I believe can be better than previous managed. Alright, so we're off. The fuck? Entrance to the Black Forest. I can't select it though. Are you swinging at my guys? It seems like I'm gonna get my employees out of here. There's the Black Forest. Point 3. So they seem to be heading for this thing. So in the name of science, I'm just gonna let them get to it. Let's make sure they don't kill anyone on the way there. Longbird weighed the sins of creatures that enter the forest to keep peace. Longbird scales could measure every sins, and they were fair and just. Keep going there, whatever your name is. Little Bird decided to punish bad creatures with his beak. His tiny little beak was not really doing all that much. Oh, there goes the scary music. So now we just have to wait half a day until, I guess you do decide to do your thing. I think I might just evacuate this entire apartment. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, whatever. I thought I was just gonna spew out one big thing that we need to beat up on. Or 3 big things, I don't know. Maybe just game over and you're actually meant to destroy that thing before everybody gets there. Yeah, you bit his head off. Congratulations. Also, can I not select you or something? Yeah, we know his details, right? Let's check here. Weak to white. Alright, today would be nice though if you could stop biting my employees and get to where I need to go. That would be great. He's kind of cool looking though, isn't he? Is that the blackout? You might want to leave this place. You know, with the whole people can get enchanted kind of stuff, you know? Oh wow, the screen shakes when I'm healing. Whenever you're done snacking on my employees. While she's still going at it. Go on! You can do it! Oh, this thing healed in the meantime, I think. Or is it just... Big Bird has many eyes watched over the forest to seek trespassers. Big Bird's eyes can see very far and things we can't see. And cut a cry of fear. Somebody shot. It's the monster. Big terrible monsters in the dark black. What the frack? Oh, I can't pause. Okay. It's immune to everything. That's no good. There's a thing there. What is that? Go beat up on it. I don't know what it is. Go beat up on it. That's usually how this works, right? It's teleporting. That's... We're beating up on something there too. Go help. Go help. I don't know what we're doing. What are these things? Small beak. Okay, just smack it, I guess. Ooh, everybody just got hit by something. No. Ow. It's taking forever to kill it. Oh, everybody who's eating red is actually healing it. That's not good. Same thing with black here. So I'm gonna have to get everybody out. Sorry, but what are you doing? Could you not? Apparently you cannot. Well, we need to get everybody out here who's using black. Or red, right? That's you. Get out. Probably not a good idea, dude. I don't think I see any more red up there. You can send those guys to go deal with that, okay? Anybody who's dealing black here. Yeah, you can go over there. Okay, you guys are dealing with red, so you can go help out with that. I have no idea. Whoa. Oh, we have meltdowns. That's bad. Probably don't want to be here. Nothing there. King agreed. Void dream. We might be able to ignore that. Feelings of butterflies. Okay, so I have to deal with meltdowns as well. We'll deal with that later, I guess. And we still don't seem to be able to get a dent in this thing. Or the foul, for that matter. We almost got one of those things. Oh, now he's in here. What? I'm not sure about that. I just wanted to stay in this world more than me. He died. Okay. Calvin. Okay, now everybody's dying. I still don't have a clue what I'm doing though. Okay, so what is this thing? Oh, that's him. Oh, that's probably not a good idea to do that. That's nothing lovely. Yeah. That died, and he just... Oh, it's because he made it in here. Yeah, that's probably not good. Still at full health, I can't do anything with those. Okay, so I'm gonna call this thing lost. I'm gonna try it. Oh, I can't pause. I can't even hit escape. I'll probably just force, control all the... Yeah, even escape isn't good. Now that my game is crashed. No, it's not control over stuff. This is weird. Okay, well, might as well get a good look at it. Alright, so let's have another look at these things. Dirt, which is indeed a fail, which doesn't really matter. We don't have too many people to kill damage. We can deal with... Okay, so we got meltdown steel. I think I can do this. But it's going to take a few attempts, Just so much that's going to go on. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Try this again. Alright. So, it's a bit early. We're not even the first meltdown. Burb here is already on 1, and we should have him on 1 as well. Now, what the plan is... I've got 2 plans. Basically, I went through the footage again, and I've notched down the resistances of all the things that we need to beat up. So SB, I don't know what SB stands for anymore, is immune to red, LA, that's not the city, is immune to pale, and BE is immune to black. We also know that SB is weak to black, and BE is weak to white. LA just doesn't care about it and it just doesn't have any weaknesses. So, what I plan on doing for this one, and it might not be the correct solution again. We've got everybody here. I'll split them up in here. We'll do red, white, black, pale. And we'll send out the black people to deal with SB, the white people to deal with BE. That leaves us with red, which I believe is the majority of our damage, to go deal with LA. And pale can just go assist wherever needed. Probably BE because we have a lot of black, but probably not too much white. So I get to go through this and start sorting. I'm not gonna show you that, I just wanna lay out my plan, I guess. So yeah, I'll start sorting and I will see you then. Alright, so everybody's in their proper position. We've got a red up here. I've also put FDAG in this one because it just does a little bit of everything, so not much we can do. Put FDAG along with the whites. Then we got black here and pale here, which is a bit of a sad side, but there's nothing really bad against pale, so we're likely to send them along with probably the white team. So let's see, we'll have red deal with LA. I should probably write that down. So red goes after LA. Because nothing is weak against red, so I may as well send them to go deal with that. We'll send black after SB. I will send white and pale to deal with BE. Well, that's the theory at least. Anyway, we're hoping that punishing Burb isn't gonna wait too long. We'll do a few more work and we'll see if we get lucky or not. We'll probably just use central command stuff to make this all go a little bit quicker. Styles, why don't you do some attachment? There we go, that was unexpected. Let me just check if I'm actually... yeah, I'm recording. Okay. Well, let's see if James can then get this Google peeved off. Burb is going somewhere where there is no employees for him to peck on. Trying to die, get a bad result, that's all I'm asking for from you. You are going to have to move strike teams to corridors, though, as to make sure that they don't get in the way of the birds. Gets a bad result, he should be out. Meanwhile, Styles has made it back as well. Come on. Get your butt out. There he goes. So where are they headed off to? Over there. So both these two are gonna have to go all the way up here. Where can we keep our teams? Red, white, black, pale. And I guess pale can join up with white, so that's gonna be over there. Well, at least Burb 1.0 doesn't have to go very far. Just for my own safety. Now we don't know where the eggs are going to be. Assuming those are randomized as well. Just gotta make sure we don't send anybody to the wrong place. So let's just check up our strike. So why? I mean, you're going up, right? You're not gonna go all the way this way, right? Yeah. So this is Team Red, Team White, Team Black, and Pale is in there as well. And Black is probably among the strongest. We have a lot of people in Black. And I don't think we have any WoW, let alone ALF weapons or White, so these guys are going to be struggling the most, I think. Red isn't going to have a fun time either because the thing they're going to be whacking on is not going to be weak to it. But we have quite a few of them, with 2 ALF weapons to boot under those being Mimicry. And Gold Rush. What else do we have? Censored is black. Nothing Love is black. We got red, black, black. That's it, right? Red, red. Oh, we got pale as well, of course. Are you still chomping on my dudes? Yes, come on. Alright. Well, again, we can't pause. Bird weight distance of creature entered for peace. Number of scales can measure every sin, and will fair and just. So what's the plan? Well, I'm assuming once the eggs are all destroyed, we can beat up on the bird. We can either send the rabbit team on him, or we can just dogpile them. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Once Burb here is gone, we'll send the strike teams back here. So I won't be able to pause, but I'm hoping that a little bit of time off is going to be all I know. Stop chomping on my employees, Big Bird. I've got some other strategies I can try as well, but we're going to try this one first. The other strategy is basically just split into 2 instead of 3, so... It's not like I got this all figured out. Alright, so at this point we won't be able to pause until we're done with the day. Stop eating employees. Look for LA first. So we'll send red. Long one, that's LA. We send out red. Where are the others? Where are the others? Okay, there's one here. You are SB. We'll send black. Which are you guys, right? Yeah. And we just need to find one more, which is over there. We send white and pale. Oh no, but you're Apocalypse Bird. Never mind. Where's the other one? No, I'm serious. Where is the other one? I'm still quite serious. Where is the other one? There it is. Can't believe it took me that one. Got some meltdowns, but nothing we need to worry about. Well, nothing there's melting down. Wilbur's mouth that devours everything has been shut. Okay, so they're done. have at it. And we made it. We prevented that guy from breaking out. That's neat. He'll break out, but we don't care too much. We just... The head that looked up to the cosmos has been lowered. Nice. Okay, you're big eyes. Black, so we can send anybody but white there. Which means we could send black team over, but I don't think we're gonna need it. Okay. Far-sighted eyes of Big Bird have been blinded. 3 birds now as one looked around to find the monster, but couldn't find it. There were no creatures, no sun and moon, and no monster. All that is left is just a bird in the black forest. Oh, we don't even have to go after this goober. Okay, cool. Okay, pause. We're done. Apocalypse defeated. Neat. Also, everybody got... What is that an ego gift? Right back through Dark Twilight. HP +7, SP +7. It was through Twilight and faced the dawn. The forest, the birds twitter still. Okay. Well, that's Apocalypse Bird, and there's the way to beat it. Cool. It's a little bit big, isn't it? Well, let's deal with the meltdowns. I'm glad I stopped him there. I don't think you guys are going to be that much of a problem. Who else is on the loose? Orcubus, yes. It's a quick little deal with them, and I guess it's business as usual then. Down. Anybody else on the loose? I don't think so. Yeah, just Pokebus here. He's gonna get a bit of a whooping in. You don't need to lag out. Please don't lag out. Well, I don't think it's going to be a problem to do this again, but I am a little bit. Just something's going on, like severely going on. So the game's not freaking out; it's just having issues with something. Good check. I don't see anything special happening. My antivirus isn't doing anything. No. Somebody mentioned that this game might suffer from memory leaks. Let's see if it's taking up a lot of juice right now. It's using 4.5 gigs of RAM. It just keeps going up. Yeah, I think it might... yeah, it just keeps going up. I think this is having a memory leak. Well, there's a problem. Alright, well, I'm going to stop the recording here. I'll probably have to do this over again, but you see me beat it. I don't think it's going to be that much different. And, I shall see you when I'm done. Okay. Alright, so it's the end of the day. I skipped ahead because I was once again getting a memory leak. I'm pretty sure it's still not 100% taken care of. It's still using a bit more than I probably should. So yeah, I kind of sped through the day. Goldilocks died. I had to deal with Blue Noon, and she triggered burp. 3 of the sweepers spawned in there, and I forgot she was still in there. She got torn apart. But she's back already. And turns out there's one more thing we've gotten from Apocalypse Bird. Let me see if I can. Here it is. Another suit of armor. Lower the HP of an employee with that weapon to greater damage. Target stay in the same patch for 1 to 5 seconds. If target stays in the same patch for 1 to 5 seconds, take black damage every 5 seconds after equipping. All ego of the Apocalypse Bird damage of type of special ability extended to red, white, blue, or pale. Which is an employee wearing this equipment Apocalypse Bird will appear. A further 3 birds defeat. Wait, if target stays in the same patch for 1 to 5 seconds, take black damage every 5 seconds. Huh. We'll put somebody in that, and who better to do that than me, right? The most important one here. Does it come with a weapon? It does. Cool. That means you have somebody who can take over my adoration kit, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. I wanted to check up on one thing. Apparently, there's another thing. Let me just check up on that. See in a bit. So here we are in the encyclopedia, and there is a thing for the Apocalypse Bird here, which is one of the last things I knew before heading in. Like, you can read up on his data, so let's do as such. Everything's unlocked, so that's cool. Glove counter 0. Everything immune, no ego gift. Well, that's a lie, because basically you do get the wings. Big Eye can find the lights, the long arm hid the time. Small beak whispered endlessly. As long as they exist, the Apocalypse Bird will not appear. There's a story? There is. A bird is known to come when the world is filled with sins. Many employees fear the advent of this bird. If we want to talk about this bird, we must tell the story of the Black Forest first. We must not forget that the forest once so beautiful and peaceful. An apocalypse shall come after that. Tales from the Black Forest. A long time ago, in a warm and dense forest lived 3 happy birds. Good thing they're not angry. Sorry, I have to make that joke. The birds had no names, but creatures in the forest called them Big Bird, Long Bird, and Little Bird. Everyone lived freely and happily together in the forest in peace. The birds wanted the forest to be safe more than anyone, so creatures from outside could come and visit to have fun. It was warm and sunny afternoon when a stranger visited the forest. He was a traveler, pioneer, and prophet. At the same time, he was nothing. He wanted to come to the forest. The birds didn't let him because they found him suspicious. The stranger, angered, told the birds as he left. Tragedies will come to this forest soon. It will be tainted with sins and evil, and fights will never stop. Tragedies will stop once a terrible monster devours everything. The sun and moon will shine upon you no longer. The forest will never go back to what it was before. The birds became worried because of this prophecy. What if the fights never stop, and the terrible monster devours everything as he said? The birds decided to become sentinels of the forest. They loved this forest, so they wanted to protect the creatures living in it and keep the peace. Big Bird, with his many eyes, watched over the forest to seek trespassers. Big Bird's eyes can see very far, and things we can't see. And somebody said, "What should we do if the monster comes in at night when everyone's asleep?" Big Bird became worried, so he burned all of his feathers to make an everlasting lantern. Now creatures in the forest were under Big Bird's watch day and night. Longbird weighed the sins of creatures that entered the forest to keep peace. Longbird's scales could measure every sin and were fair and just. Somebody said, "Well, what should we do if the scales don't tip to any direction?" Longbird became worried, so he made scales that tip to only one direction so he can get the result under any situation. Little Bird decided to punish bad creature with his beak, and somebody said, "But your beak is so small, no one would find it painful." No kidding. Little Bird became worried, so he split his mouth to make it big enough to devour any creature in one bite. No one wanted to visit the forest anymore. Bad rumors about the forest start spreading outside. Whoever enters that forest ends up in a terrible situation. No creature is free because Big Bird is watching them all the time. Longbird's scales are not fair at all. Little Bird's punishment is so scary. The birds are angry. Why would they spread rumors like that when they were working hard to protect the forest? Fewer and fewer visitors came to the forest. Creatures were complaining, fights broke out daily, and the birds worked even harder to make the forest peaceful again. The forest is too big and too wide to protect with only 3 of us. But there's no creature who can protect us but us. If we can merge our strength together, we might become stronger. The day when Big Bird's eyes that can see hundreds of kilometers away, Longbird who can judge any sin, and Little Bird's mouth that can devour everything merged together. Darkness fell upon the forest. Creatures screamed in fear at the sight of the bird. The forest fell into chaos soon. When you heard a cry of fear, somebody shouted, "It's the monster! The big terrible monster lives in the dark black forest." Monster? 3 birds now as one looked around to find the monster but couldn't find it. The bird started looking for the monster, wandering the forest. It's dangerous if the monster is in the forest. But there was nothing. There were no creatures, no sun and moon, and no monster. All that is left is just a bird in the black forest. Only cold, dark night continued from them. From then. Rumors say there's a terrible monster in the forest, in the black forest where no one lives. Testimony of a survivor. Every single light in the facility went crazy. They kept going on and off. I couldn't even use a lighter, and warm light shone through. It looked like waning twilight or rising morning sun. But as we all know, sunlight can't come into the facility. We silently gazed at the light. Sudden darkness and weird gleam of light were enough reasons to be frightened. It was scarier than any gory scene we saw here. It was a fear of unknown itself. Something was coming from afar. Incandescent lights, like stars in space, were walking towards us. They looked like Big Bird's eyes, but it was not him. I heard his long arms scratching the floor. Someone whispered, "There's someone who couldn't run away." It was an employee, kneeling on the floor, as if he couldn't sense the thing approaching from behind him. He couldn't scream. He was just meaninglessly struggling to move his legs. There was no heroic act of another employee standing against the monster, or even a scream that tells him to watch out. Everyone was just looking at him, expecting a terrible thing that was about to happen. Every step sent tremor to the whole facility. The monster was walking at a very slow pace, but it seemed so fast. It devoured the employee in one bite. In that moment, everyone started screaming in chaos. I succeeded in numerous suppressions, but that day, for the first time, I regret ever joining the company. I was sure that I wouldn't get out of here alive. This happened so overwhelmed me, I couldn't even think about suppressing the monster. I think I'm the only one who's intact enough to write among survivors. The company will never tell new employees about the presence of that monster. I want to warn them. That's why I'm writing this. Well, that's great fun, isn't it? Well, I think that... probably shouldn't be here. Zephyr conversation. Records every day. Apparently there's 3 endings. Well, anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Absolutely, and see you for free shows. Probably coming, liking, or something if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, which probably is going to be day 45, because that's where we ended up last, right? Yeah, we still need to do day 45. Alright, bye everyone.